moving on, let's throw this up there, which is that this is, again, the most terrifying part to me. The FBI says it routinely notifies social media companies of potential threats. And given
That's their defense.
Right.
They're like, oh, we do this all the time.
I'm
It's
like,
no
well,
big deal.
I have a lot of questions. On what basis, under what legal authority, what type of notification? I mean, here's the other one, which is that I think it's pretty clear that the FBI said something along the lines of, if it has the hallmark of Russian disinformation, it could come about Biden, and that's what freaked them out so much and into action. Well, then you need to be a lot more clear in how you issue that guidance so that this stuff doesn't happen in the future. And if they did do it on behalf of the FBI, then it's even more troubling because of the direct fusion there of security state and the social media platforms. We know that exists. We know it exists, especially on unlawful content. But in this murky regime, there needs to be very specific guidance, language, and more. And maybe it shouldn't even exist. Honestly, I'm getting to the point where I don't think it should. If Facebook is really dumb enough in order to believe, immediately, it was clear. It was like, yeah, this is true. Within 24 hours, if Hunter doesn't say, no, that laptop is not mine and all of this is fake, yeah, it's called true, all right? Like, sorry. Same with him. Remember Hillary? They're like, well, it's potential misinformation in the emails. I'm like, point to one single email which was wrong.
Yeah.
Guess what? Not a single one of them was made up. Not one. And you can reach out to comment to John Podesta and the recipients. They're like, hey, did you send this? And if they don't respond, well, what do you think, folks? Doesn't take a genius
use a little bit of
to figure this one out. There. If it's true, let it spread. I mean, just give all information equal weight. Let people share it if they want. As we said, would it have ultimately determined the results of the election? No, I don't think so. So at this point, I don't even think the FBI has the credibility to do this, again, outside of the realms of very specific, like, this guy wants to kill people, this guy wants to carry out this type of attack, this guy's actively recruiting for a designated FTO by, by soliciting funds. Outside of those clear-cut cases, they need to get the hell out of this.
This is far too important. Like, what's in our public square,
yes.
I mean, in terms of just being able to function as a democracy, is far too important to be kept in the shadows and, determined, ultimately, the bounds of conversation determined by some deep state ghouls obsessed with Russia. So cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.